Hello everyone, I'm Mitch, and this is my Pebble time watch. It is nearly um, a decade old. It has really outlived its usefulness. Up until September of last year, I went swimming with this watch, and due to water damage, I've tried to repair it a little bit. It's missing its front panel, and I doubt that it'll ever have water resistance again, even if I do get it fixed. This isn't even not the original band. I've replaced this band maybe, I don't know how many times I've replaced it, but this band I got from Amazon, third party. And of course you see the Pebble logo, you see the smart connector, and yeah, I love this watch. I had this watch for nearly a decade, 7 or 8 years. Um, I had the original Pebble back in 2013, and then I traded it up for the Pebble Time. Excuse me, the Pebble Steel, and then I got the Pebble Time, which was an e-ink display. I can't show it to you right now, but it had a nice e-ink display that would, on average, on power using functions, I would get up to maybe like 4 days. If I pushed it longer, I could get closer to 7 days. The fantastic thing about the Pebble that made it my de facto smartwatch was that its battery life was much more to my liking than the Apple Watch. The Apple Watch, like if I pushed it, I can get my Apple Watch to go about 2 days, and that's what using low power mode and not using all the features, closing out all the apps and functions, and then just keeping it as minimalistic as possible on the screen with less colors and whatnot. And where my Pebble could go at least 3 days, if not 4. And like I said, even while I was sleeping with it without turning it off, it would go like 5 to 7 days. The Apple Watch, I generally have to charge this every day or the next day, especially if I use the new sleep function. And as you see, I don't have an always on display, whereas the Pebble did have it always on display. Yes, it dimmed, and you could control how much brightness it had, but it had all the functions of a really rugged smartwatch that the Apple Watch does not have. The Apple Watch has gotten better. This is Series 4, and it's gotten better over the years over the Pebble, but still, the Pebble, as far as ruggedness and long battery life, lasts. The only thing that the Pebble lacked at the time, and if it had more R&D and backing, it would have gotten a touchscreen eventually. But I think that wasn't why the Pebble community and the people like myself liked it, because you had these 4 tactile buttons, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that made it a lot easier to have a physical button, and you didn't have to worry about too much screen interaction. I think the only closest thing that's come to that is the Fitbit Versia, or one of their iterations. But now Google owns Fitbit, and I don't know if they're going to get rid of the name Fitbit and just call it all Watch Android Wear or whatnot. The potential of the Pebble, in my personal opinion, really kicked off the smartwatch revolution and made it into where Apple came into the mix. Apple kind of like got there really first on what smartwatches were going to be. I mean, the only function that they really, where they had any buttons is the digital crown, and of course the side button right there, which pretty much has stayed in the last same for nearly it'll be 5 or 6 years, I believe, by when they come out with watch uh, series 7. So this is just a little trip down memory lane and just showing you my not my only Pebble watch, but the one that I used the most up until last year, until the water damage happened, sadly. I still have the faceplate, and I'm still interested in getting it fixed. If anybody has any information on how to get a replacement battery, whatnot. I doubt that this will ever be able to see water again, go and be submerged in water because of that ceiling being penetrated. But I still would like to get this. I mean, it still turns on. I think just the battery is just either damaged somehow, and I haven't taken the time to get a new battery, and then it just trying to get it to all the components to get it to work and turn it on and whatnot. It's unfortunate because I've replaced the band like, I don't know, 3 or 4 times now, and I was like really enjoying still using my Pebble watch, but like with all electronics, they don't last forever, and unfortunately this has really lasted a very long time. I mean, 7 or 8 years is a very good for a digital watch like this. I'm hoping that my Apple Watch will last just about the same or longer until I either trade it in. I've had it now for 2 years, and I'm very happy with the features and what it can do. Yeah, if you'd like to hear more about either more Pebble watches or Apple Watch, like and subscribe. This is Mitch, and thank you for watching. Oh, and tell me your comments down below.